You had the mic over there.
That was so funny. Hola, mi gente, ¿cómo están? Welcome to Keeping It Real with the Freakin Rican and Leo.
Yeah.
We're here.
What's going on?
Well, it was snowing a little while ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. Just the other day, it was like, when was it? It was
like 2 weeks ago. I was wearing shorts.
No. Today's Monday. I think Saturday. It was like 60. It was like 60.
Well, that's New York and New Jersey for you.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Today in New Jersey, it was snowing. I didn't really see any snow in New York, but how are you guys?
Yeah, we're here where everybody's here. Guys, share the video. Let the people know that we are here. Episode 6.
Aquí llegamos.
Acá estamos.
Hello.
There you go. Los primeros 5 son los más difíciles.
Yeah. No, it's actually like anything new, you know, you get the butterflies at first. You're like, oh my God, what am I going to talk about? But no, it feels amazing to be here with you guys. Mira, the other day, Leo, I was laying down in my sofa and, you know, nothing to do. I'm looking at the TV and there comes this trailer.
Okay.
And of Selena, the new series of Selena, and I'm like, oh my God! Like I watched it, and she was like, "Como la flor," and I'm like, oh my God, are they gonna like suck me into this? I almost pressed play. Cause it was good. So I don't know. I might be watching that soon. The new series on Netflix. No?
Yeah, they have it on Netflix. It's a new series. They have 9 episodes. I mean,
just 9?
Yeah. So esto es lo que están haciendo nowadays, right? So they pick up something like Selena, right? And we gotta call her Selena. It's all the same.
Right.
So they pick up for a couple of episodes. And then when they get people hooked, they binge watch because that's what Netflix does. They want to give you something.
Hello.
Hey, here's the 9 episodes. Míralos todo, right? So depending on that demand is where they get more.
Does.
Yeah, that's where they get more.
Okay.
I think this series looks really good. I know my wife is watching it, so
no, I'm sure people are gonna get suckered into it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the last series. I remember a couple of years ago. It was the story of Celia.
Okay.
I was on like channel 47 or something.
Nice.
I used to watch it every single day with my mom. But of course, then the business happened, and we didn't finish watching it. But those series, they do them over and over and over, and for some reason, most of the times, they're really good.
And by the way, we have people here on the chat. Un saludito a Lidia Montalvo. First comment. Saludo desde Long Island, New York.
What's up, Leah?
También tenemos Jacqueline David Ortiz. Tenemos Russell Burgess. Hello from London.
Wow.
All the way from London.
Damn.
So with these series, what they do, by the way, Jenny Rivera también, people are asking cuando van a poner. That series was also good.
Oh, my God. What? Mm-hmm. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was, me and Victor would watch it, and then I used to say que yo era la diva. It was so funny, but I don't know now talking about that. Thank you so much for bringing that up, by the way. But I always wonder about the daughter.
Okay,
you know, because they portrayed the daughter to be like, I mean, she was sleeping with her man.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's true. That's
So yeah. So now when I see her like do a performance, Chiquis, right?
Yeah, Chiqui. Yeah.
I'm always looking at her with the side eye because I'm sure people really dislike her because of the series. But it was an amazing series.
Yeah, y lo bueno que right with any of these series, they know how to like sell it. You know what I mean? Like they have you ahí nomás. Like I love a series de Argentina called Marginal. It has to do with like the jails down there and everything.
Okay.
But it's so like good because like I know the way jails are down there. Right. Pero this is like the first series that they actually show you what happens down there. So what happens is you have the writers nowadays, like these creative people que saben cómo agarrarte.
Right.
Like they grab
twist it up.
And even on the Jenny one, my wife loves Jenny Rivera, by the way.
Yeah.
Like that's her, I'm drunk, my karaoke song, that's her. Pero it's good, you know what I mean? Because they also give you stuff, and this is the thing, you can go and look for it. a ver si es verdad.
Right.
But it's good the series again.
Oh, and I did. Because when that came out, I was like, what? No, but you know what I liked? I obviously is a horrific story.
Yeah.
Because she was really
She was so
successful. She was so talented. And she just she got on a plane, no?
Yeah, she got on a plane. I believe she was leaving a tour date. She was going to another one. Había neblina, and then unfortunately the plane hit the...
Supposedly, allegedly. Because with all these things,
lo mismo que le pasó a Clemente, right?
Right. Lo mismo que le pasó a, well, in my time, Aaliyah.
Okay, yes.
Remember Aaliyah?
Oh, of course.
The same thing happened in
Aaliyah y Roberto Clemente, they both passed away in Honduras.
Oh,
there you go. A little fact.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So, pero Aaliyah,
and
same
Left
thing.
Eye.
And
I know Left Eye went to Honduras to
let's find out. Left Eye.
Go for like
that's why you gotta love
internet.
Like that's why you gotta love the internet because you're able to find this stuff. But she was killed in a car crash in Honduras. There you go. Look at
I'm never going to Honduras.
We love Honduras, pero yeah. So she swerved off the road to avoid hitting another car. Pero acá dice que she wasn't wearing her seatbelt.
Right.
So, but you know what? With stuff like this, like back in the day, a la gente creían que no le importaba like the personal life of these famous people.
Right.
Pero their personal life has more drama than anything else, than any drama that you can make up.
I mean, what I was gonna say, what I liked about that story was that it showed you kind of the road to stardom, how your circle changes and how you start to distrust certain people because now you see things are changing, you know, and I know even for my life, you know, when you become successful and you reach a certain, I don't know, a certain level, then you question, is this person really around me? For me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's tough because then your mind también plays tricks with you because you don't know who to trust, and it's I could only imagine. I'm not, you know, one of these celebrities, but I could only imagine what I don't know. I wouldn't want that level. You know, I'm fine being able to pay my bills and having people love me. I love it. But I really do believe having more money does bring you more problems.
Well, Biggie used to say, more money, more problems.
Yeah,
by the way, me tengo que retractar. Clemente passed away in Puerto Rico. The car crash was in Isla Verde. But he was going to Nicaragua to help earthquake victims.
Wow.
So, but it was also in a plane crash. But again, you know, looking at these people, you know, and again, you're right. El círculo de amigos que uno tiene, like, let's say, cuando empezás.
Yeah.
Right? And I think que mucha gente, cuando llega a ese punto, they kind of feel bad. You remember MC Hammer?
Yes.
MC Hammer went broke.
Yeah.
Porque tenía 40, 50, 60 gente que le tenía que on his payroll, and he went broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pero you're right. Sometimes you gotta like say, okay, ¿de verdad están en mi círculo por mí?
Right.
O por lo que le traigo.
Right.
You know? Tenemos gente aquí. Swagger Robles say everyone has a story.
Yes.
Lefty K, how come there's 50 people on here and only 10 likes? Smash the like button. There you go. Smash the like buttons. Déjenle saber la gente que estamos acá. Gerardo Nieves, hello guys from Brooklyn. Also went to the restaurant on Saturday. Awesome
thank
food.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no. So how's the restaurant business?
It's good. I mean, now I think today, we've been
Ay, mijo, let me tell you,
we've been crazy busy, which is always a blessing. And like I say, thank you so much. This weekend, packed. It was like 60 degrees, so everybody came out. Y los pasteles, que pasteles. Let me get 3 dozen. Let me get 4 dozen, man. So a little stressful at the same time because, you know, when, for instance, yesterday I asked Victor, I was like, how many pasteles did we sell? You know, I said maybe like 12 dozen. He's like, I think 22 dozen. I'm like, what?
22 dozen.
So which is nothing because we make so many that thankfully, I mean, we have freezers packed with pasteles. But now this week, Well, between this week and next week, we have to ship out about 130 something dozens.
Yeah.
So we put a stop to purchasing online because a lot of people get all these dozens at the restaurant, and it's a little stressful. So we're trying to just breathe a little bit.
And it's funny because just like typical Spanish people, no? We wait till the last minute. Say, you know what? I want some pasteles, and you want to order on the 23rd. Pero por eso, what's good is you can get them beforehand, and you can have them there.
Right. We always do them. And what's so nice is that the average restaurant you go to doesn't have. Yeah. Or they make, who knows, maybe they make 25 dozens or 50 dozens, and that is so you go looking and they never have. Thankfully, we always have. It's just right now we're not shipping till after the holidays. So thankfully, with this whole pandemic, I'm surprised. I was a little surprised that people are still coming out. I mean, people are spending.
Yeah.
People are spending, and I'm just like in awe, because with everything going on in the world, you would think, but los boricua holidays, pastel coquito, don't mess with them.
I saw a meme right after Halloween. It was like, forget about the turkey. All I want is pastel and coquito.
Yes, no, that is really that's our own economy. You know what I'm saying? You could live off of that. Today started the ban, I think. Indoor dining. No more indoor dining.
Cuomo pasó una ley where basically in the state of New York, you can't have any more indoor dining.
No more.
Either takeout or you eat outside.
Yeah.
There's a little problem, though. Un problema chiquitito. Viene nieve.
Of course.
So how are you going to have the people outside?
Look at a day like today. I mean, it was dark, gloomy, raining, snowing, cold. Yeah. It makes it so difficult for these businesses. And now, pobrecito lo que están building those like huts, outside. Who's going to sit in the cold out there? Like, it's tough as it is to get people out when it's cold. And then you want them to sit outside, but inside, but outside. Like
it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. I don't understand it. It's so funny, Leo, because yesterday there was a cop. A cop came to the restaurant. Shout out to the 116 precinct. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting us. They come all the time. So we were just talking, and he was like, "No, esto, blah blah blah. This is like ruining businesses." But like I was a little surprised because we were like on the same page. I really feel there's an agenda to wipe out middle class America. Because this is like what they're targeting are small business owners, entrepreneurs, which makes up middle class America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So eventually it's just going to be either the very, very rich and the very, very poor, but no more in between. So he was just telling me, I was in the Marines, I was in the Army, and I wanted to look it up, but it just made sense.
Yeah.
He's like, these masks, this doesn't protect you.
No.
What do you mean this protects you?
No.
In bio warfare, what about your eyes? It could get into your eyes. It could get into your ears. I mean, there's
ears, nose, and throats. They're all connected.
But I was just kind of dumbfounded to hear him.
Yeah. Like you didn't expect it from him.
Yeah. I didn't. I was just like, holy shit. But that is really how I feel. I wear a mask because in a sense, I have to get into certain places. Of course. But do I really believe that they're, so effective? I don't. I think in a year, 2 years, they're going to come out with a study like they often do. There's always a new study, and that new study is going to say, blah blah blah, and we're gonna be like, what?
Like
what was I doing?
The chocolate is good for you, or
it's
three
always,
glasses of wine is good
coffee,
for you.
Exactly. So is all they have to say is a new study, y la gente queda como, oh shit. So is challenging. We're definitely living in challenging times, and the restaurant business is a perfect example of that.
So you know how I've always told you from day one, I like to pull up things on air because there's things that we talk about, pero it's always good to show people, right? So if you guys you can go to RT News right now, right? So it talks about the governor, right? And in his briefing where he said, hey, we're banning this again and we're going back, he also said that 74% of new infections, you know how they do the tracing? Where they go back. Okay, 74% of new infections were coming from living room spread and small gatherings. Only 1.4% of new infections come from indoor dining. So, I mean, we're looking at the numbers, ¿no? Lo que él mismo está diciendo. But this is what happens.
And then they wanted us to stay home.
Exactly.
They wanted us to stay home. Don't go out. Don't go out unless you need to go to Target, Walmart,
Pero
one of those places.
No,
but I'm saying, I'm being funny. But they didn't want us to go out. They said, do not go out, stay home. Yeah. Now they want us to go out. So, open space,
Pero decide,
Right.
Decide.
So that's where I feel like we have to decide, and we have to kind of take in information from every which way and kind of go with our gut core feeling of what we think is right. At least I feel you should have a choice. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why we're here. Right. Tenemos acá gente que te está mandando saluditos. You are the Freakin Rican. Ahí hay un Philly Rican in Seattle. Hello from Seattle, Washington.
Coffee. I think Seattle. I think Starbucks started in
there.
Seattle.
They actually have a very big, eclectic area about like cooking and stuff like artistic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like watching like cooking shows.
Yes.
And they have like
I watch Ramsay a lot. And then sometimes I say, wow, so I'm really not that bad.
Yeah, well,
he's like, fuck you, Jenna.
But you know what? That's right, though. Because I've worked in kitchens, and I've studied the restaurant business. I used to work in a deli. Again, I understand. Like, I have respect for you guys that do this on a day to day.
It is not easy.
Pero you need perfection. Yeah. Because your food represents you.
Yeah.
Your food represents you. So unless
it is true,
and when you skip on a step, it makes a big deal at the end.
Yes.
It makes a really big deal at the end.
It does. Not everyone understands that. That's the thing. Not everyone understands that, and not every job is for everyone. That's where the passion comes in, because then you won't skip a step because you want that plate to get to that customer a certain way. But sometimes it's hard when you're dealing with 5, 6, 7, 8 people that are preparing that plate for all of them to be in sync. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. No, of course. And even
so it's a little challenging.
Especially in the restaurant business. Because I mean, and you're gonna test this, the chicken has to be done at a certain time, and then the side has to be done at a certain time.
Right.
Right. So you kind of need to come that together. I'm okay with what Ramsay does. Porque yo entiendo what he's trying to get out of people.
Right.
The people that take that as bullying don't want to get pushed.
Yeah. But now
okay
everybody
with that.
takes everything like bullying.
Oh, olvídate. Tenía acá. Oh, Swagger Robles wants to know, what does your cap say?
Cap says Queen's Finest.
There you go, Queen's Finest.
Queen's Finest is actually a brand. He's a barber. Nice. He's I think he's pretty well known. And this is his brand, Queen's Finest. So I like to support my fellow entrepreneurs. He has a barbershop. He used to cut my hair when I had hair. I don't have hair anymore.
We're in the same boat.
But yeah, he doesn't know that I'm wearing this hat. I bought this hat. I forgot. I forgot how long ago. But he has T-shirts, and he's been around for forever. Forever.
But you know what? And it's funny you bring that up, right? You have to have a hustle in a sense. Like, si no tenés eso en la cabeza, like...
Yeah. Especially now.
Exacto. Vos tenés tu restaurante.
Yes.
But that's not the only thing you do.
No.
You always like, you have your mind open, que hagamos esto.
Look at where I'm at. The podcast.
Exacto.
Not the podcast, the show. The show. It's not a podcast, guys.
Pero you need to have that mentality.
You do. You got to hustle. You got to hustle. I'm from the boogie down Bronx. Hustling can mean a lot of different things, you know. I'm not on the corner, but I'm always hustling to try to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Of course.
Because you never know when you're going to need it, you know. So it's always good. Look, I always tell people I could do hair. Okay, first of all, I shave myself. I give myself a haircut. I could do women's hair. I do a mean blow dry.
Yeah.
For people that don't know.
Nice.
What? Yes. And cut you in layers. That's the only cut I know how to do, by the way, is layers.
Nice.
But I could shave men. I could give you a haircut. I could do makeup. I mean, I know how to do so many. I was a delivery boy. I told you. Did I tell you?
Yeah,
I was throwing the papers, but when I threw the papers, it wouldn't go to the door. So I had to get out of the car and then go. And I'm like, no, this job is not for me, because I didn't have the throw good. So, but
you didn't have the rhythm, like
no.
the
But
mechanics. There you go, the mechanics.
Exactly. But you know what? You gotta hustle.
Hey, people are asking if you can give him a fade.
A fade? Yes, yeah. I could definitely do a fade. I think the fade will look really, really good after like 1 or 2 days.
Okay, there you go.
once it starts to grow in. But no, I'm pretty good.
But again, like, you have to try it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have to try it.
Yes.
So, 2 weeks ago, a friend of mine se casó, and I think I told you, a friend of mine se casó. I officiated his wedding. I had never done that.
Right.
I hate public speaking.
Right.
I'm not going to lie.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, okay, let me do it. I got myself ordained about a year ago. I didn't do anything with it. I was like, okay, let's go ahead. Let's do it. So I officiated my friend's wedding.
You have to try. I mean, to all of you guys out there, this is the time.
Yeah.
I mean, 2020 has been so difficult that it's been so challenging, because it really has. For me, for everyone, maybe for you it's not financially, maybe for you it's emotionally. I know for me it's emotionally, because I'm not used to seeing, a world full of masks and the children with masks, and you can't be affectionate, or this one is scared to come up to you. Is so different.
Yeah.
But this is the time for you to prepare for 2021 and come out with a bang. So if there's something that you want to do, I mean, you got to just do it, because the more you do it, you're going to realize, damn, I should have done this before. Like, I wasted so much time. My first day in the podcast, I was so nervous because I never, you could put a camera and I could cook, but this is different. You know what I'm saying? But
this is a whole different beast.
Right. But at the same time, if you don't do it, you're never going to know. You're never going to learn. And every time you do it, you're going to get better and better and better.
Yeah. Leo Brown. That was actually really good. You're getting good at it. That was good.
You're so funny.
Leo Brown, you have to try. I'm a life coach, motivational speaker, psychic, and author. You can do this. Trust me.
Let me find out.
You have to try it. You have to try it. Because
you do.
And again, I think our parents sometimes were even more passionate than us, but they were afraid to take that leap.
Yes.
That's me personally talking to you.
Yes.
Like, my dad is smarter than me.
Yeah.
He's more artistic than me, but I think he was always afraid to take that step.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think it just has to do with their upbringing. It has to do with your upbringing, Those are the things that sometimes set you back, because you hold on to certain trauma that made you insecure. I mean, for instance, my mom is super talented. I mean, I know that I got the cooking genes from her, because she always loved to cook, and she cooked with passion. She cooked because she wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
you know
she
that
didn't have
to, but she wanted to.
There's some mothers that'll heat you up that 16-cent soup with that ramen con el polvito, and boom, and no disrespect, you know, to anyone out there, but that's just so easy to do. Where my mom would chuleta, arroz, habichuela, ensalada, like she really enjoyed it. My mom knows how to knit. Nice. You know, she used to make, you know, back in the days they made the toilet covers and all that shit. Yeah. So my mom was just so artistic, you know, and my mom was so smart, but something just didn't allow her to continue, you know, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with depression, you know,
was that
anxiety.
The one your mom made?
And no, this no, she would make like the two-tone, like the white with the pink, and yeah, but yes, yeah. And
we're looking at different pictures of
my mom. Oh my God, la muñeca,
yes.
La muñeca. Wow, you're taking me back, Leo. You are taking me back. I remember now that I see that muñeca.
Yeah.
I remember living on 153rd and Melrose in the Bronx, and my mom used to make this muñeca, but with a different dress.
Okay.
Like a poofy dress, really, really beautiful. And I remember the muñecas, and I remember in the kitchen we had that the cat clock.
Yes.
The cat with the tail
and
the eyes. Yeah.
Yes.
It was black and white. Yes. The clock. Wow. You just took me back.
But this is what people forget.
No, it wasn't like that. It was
no. I'm looking for a couple of ones.
Yes. Yep.
So, but this is what people sometimes forget nowadays. I think in the hustle, like, we gotta move. Sometimes a conversation like this, makes you remember and say, you know what? Hey, maybe I should try this.
Right.
Maybe I should try that. And that's what happens with a lot of people. By the way, Swagger Robles is saying that you're also a good dancer. He remembers our days at Crash Queens. Continue success. Jasenia
I love to dance.
The knitting and crochet thing.
Yeah.
She probably made napkin holders from clothespins. Did your mom make that?
No. My mom actually, you know, because of course we were poor, you know, financially, I guess poor. But my mom used to make us clothes. So she would get these patterns from the fabric store. Yeah. And she would make me, like, you know, outfit, shorts with the top. My mom was just sewing, like,
se la buscaba.
So yeah, she was. I mean, she wouldn't sell them, you know, but she was just so creative. You know, and so I know that obviously, you know, we got a lot of that from my mom, because my sister is the same way. My sister was a cake instructor. Wow. So she makes cakes, 3D cakes, que si esto, que lo otro. My sister does so many things. Again, crocheting, all these different. One of these days I'm gonna have her on. My sister's actually.
I'm making notes.
She's so intelligent.
Wilma Velardo is saying,
"Hola, Wilma.
Oh my God, my parents had that clock too."
Yes, yeah. I'm sure most of our parents did. You know.
Leo Brown is saying, it's just like with cooking. You have to test yourself.
Right.
How else can you grow? It's how I found your channel. Start small and you never know what may happen.
Right. I mean, yes, that is true. You never know what may happen, or you know what will happen. You know, like in my case, I always knew where I was kind of going. What happened? You laughing? No, what somebody said?
Russell Burgess, our friend, or Burgess from England, is saying it must be a Caribbean thing. I'm from Jamaica, and I'm relating to so many things.
Jamaica. I wonder. Now he says Jamaica. I wonder, in Jamaica, do they have Mavi?
Let us know. Let us know, Russell.
Maybe it's called something. I think in Trinidad and stuff they have it. But you know, the popular drink Mavi.
Yeah.
Is made by the bark of the Mavi tree, and is fermented. Is very, very refreshing.
Dude, I need to have that.
Yeah, I actually have it at the restaurant.
Okay.
I bought a box, and I haven't made it. I made it the first time, and I left the bark in with it because I was like, you know what? Let me make it like a little stronger. But it was too like bitter. So you got to take the bark out.
So it's called a Maubi.
Yes.
It's in Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, in Jamaica, también, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's called Mabi in Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico.
Right.
We're learning.
Yeah.
So, but
Mabi is really good.
And it's funny because you think, what my parents did doesn't translate to, what my friends' parents did.
Right.
But a lot of it does.
Uh-huh.
A lot of it does. The clock, my parents had that clock.
Yeah.
At one point, we had the Garfield clock, which is the same thing. And Los Ojos and the tail,
Yes.
My mom did the crochet thing, everything, like she was down in Argentina, but she still crocheted and knit and everything.
Yeah, I think it was just that time, you know. People were more maybe resourceful,
They're saying we need one of your restaurants here in the UK. Lacking so much culture, I'm dying here.
Well, in the UK.
There you go.
Boricuas in the UK?
Yeah, I told you the other day. I was actually watching because I watch a whole bunch of UK. I'm into like their rap scene. It's like an underground thing. I can understand like half of the stuff they're saying, but it's really interesting. But what happens is the funniest thing is you have Spanish people in the UK that have the accent that they have here.
Okay.
But with a UK accent. So it's like, los dos se mezclan.
Right.
It's interesting for us. It sounds from this
interesting.
Side. And the UK, they have such a mix over there because you have a lot of the Indian food coming over. Because remember, India was a colony.
Okay.
So they have that into their food also. So like curry and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's really interesting down there. People are also saying that they need one in ATL. We're working on that. Right?
You guys need one everywhere. I would love to have one everywhere, but I sometimes I say I don't know how I know how companies do. But it's just, I think I mentioned it before. The most challenging for me is to give up the control aspect. And not the control in the sense of telling you what to do, or you following. But it's just the control as far as how, when you have 3 places, how do you know what is coming out and how it's coming out?
The quality.
Right. And that's where sometimes I feel that it could be complicated because you want everything to be consistent. Even in one restaurant, which is obviously the one that I have, sometimes it's so hard to make sure that everyone is consistent.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay.
As I always say, it's just like when we make the pasteles or we make anything for that matter. I always tell my employees, it can't look like 5 people were doing this. It has to look like one person did all of this. It has to be consistent from the way it's shaped to the way you fold it. They have to look consistent because if not, it looks like it's coming from 5 different businesses.
No, of course.
So it is a little challenging, but I mean, nonetheless, the food is
But you're
always on point.
You're taking people through that journey. People go to these big chains nowadays, and they see the burger and they see the chicken, but they don't see the early stages. You know what I mean? Here's different because now you're taking them through that.
Right.
Hey, you want to try our pasteles? Go to the Freakin Rican NYC.com and order pasteles. And you can have them in your house. You come to New York. Hey, stop by our restaurant, buy some, eat some there, take some home. Again, you're going through that journey. You're showing people, hey, everybody sees cuando llegan acá arriba. You know, like we were talking about before with, the famous people. But they don't see the grind. They don't see the curve going up.
The grind is constant.
Exacto. Tina Riley, she says she's living in California, but she loves going back to Knickerbocker for Spanish food.
Oh, Knickerbocker.
Woodhaven, Fresh Pond Road moved to the south, but is not the same. Hey, come up here.
Wow.
We're up here. Michelle Michelle Israel Barnes. Hello, everyone. Sending hugs and kisses from Lower East Side, Manhattan.
Oh, wow. Lower East Side.
Aquí nomás,
How
estamos.
you doing? Yes.
So,
Adela's. I got to go visit Adela soon.
Yeah. People are asking in California, they say there's a lot of Mexican restaurants. They rule down there, but they also need pasteles, not tamales.
Yes.
What is the difference between a pastel and tamal?
Well, the tamales are made usually out of corn.
Okay.
Out of corn, and they're wrapped in the
corn husk.
The corn husk. Yeah. They're quite good. I like them.
Yeah.
I mean, my experience with tamales, I feel like they're thrown together.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. It's like one time I had a Colombian tamal, and it had chicken. And it had the bone. It was like the whole piece,
Yes.
like a whole like quarter leg and shit in the freaking tamal. I was like, what?
Your reaction?
Went to eat it. I went to eat it because it was actually at a festival. Because me and Victor went to celebrate Colombian independence. So I was like, oh, you know what? Let me get this. And it was huge. It was like this. And so they didn't give you a plate. So I'm like, oh, I'll just open it like a pastel and say, I was like, what the
Te quedó el diente.
bone? So I feel like some of them could be like thrown together where I feel even pasteles. But I talk at least for hours, you place the meat is in the center, you put the roasted pepper, you put the 2 olives, like everything is like done like nice,
Like not because you're here, right? Pero I that is one Puerto Rican thing that I love from the day that I tasted, right? Like I've had alcapurrias, I didn't like them at the beginning, now I do, right? But pasteles, the first time I ate it, the first time I liked it. But what did I like about them? That it was right in the middle, right? So when you take that scoop, that spoonful, the way the mouthfeel is you're getting everything mixing together.
Right.
I've had pasteles where the mixture is at the bottom. So when you taste it, it's like all the filling on top.
Yes.
Like y por eso te dije
and some people actually, they like more masa. Some people like more meat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to each his own. But I like a right amount of masa and a right amount of meat. Because sometimes you get too much masa and the masa's all dry, doesn't have much flavor. I don't know.
Yeah. R. Ramos, yes, you guys can order pasteles, but right now we actually put a hold. And I'm saying we because we.
Yes.
We put a hold on them.
Part of we. Yep.
We put a hold on them because of the holiday. Right after the holiday, you guys can go ahead and order them to the Freakin Rican NYC.com.
Yes.
And yes, you guys can order them online. See, somebody didn't know you can order them online.
Yes, yeah. We've been shipping pasteles now for I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's crazy because every single year we get bigger and bigger and bigger and stress and stress and stress.
But it's a good stress though.
Yeah.
It's a good stress. The bad stress is when you don't get the orders.
Right.
Or when the phone doesn't ring.
No, exactly.
But that's also part of the next step, the growing up, the moving up in the business world. And again, like I was saying before, you see the final product.
Right.
But now we're taking people on that journey. Now people
step by step.
Exacto. They get to see you.
Step.
Good question. There you go. Pasteles with ketchup or pique?
I mean, honestly.
Para vos como te gusta y después.
Nothing.
Nada, straight up.
Nothing, because they should be so good that you don't need anything. Okay. So normally, I honestly, I mean, some pasteles and mommy, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Okay, because she doesn't watch YouTube, but one day she'll see this.
We're gonna take the clip, so don't want that. Dale.
So sometimes, I'll put ketchup, mommy's pasteles or hot sauce, because I feel like they need like that oomph. You know what I'm saying? They're delicious because they're mommies. You know what I'm saying? But that just adds to it. So I feel like the pasteles I make, they don't need anything because they're so flavorful that it just has so much flavor. Yeah. You don't need anything. But of course, if you're a hot sauce lover like I am, you put hot sauce on everything.
Now, let me ask you this. You said that they have the right amount of flavor. Do you think people nowadays, being all health conscious and you know, I have a gluten, or I can't have this, or I can't have that, like the restaurant themselves start to put maybe a little bit less salt or a little bit less flavoring? Not you guys, because you guys,
no,
you guys do it straight up. But some people out there,
I just feel that, like, a lot of people, like, for instance, on some of the comments on YouTube, they were like, "Oh wow, I never put sofrito in my masa."
No.
So I'm like, you don't put sofrito in your, like, let me tell you, we go through so much sofrito, because all of our food takes a lot of sofrito, because that's where you get so much flavor without salt, without anything. That sofrito is your garlic, the cilantro, the peppers, onions. Imagine when you saute peppers and onions and garlic alone.
That's it.
I mean, you hungry.
I said, give me a spoonful of that.
Exactly. You're hungry. So the masa takes a lot of sofrito. You know, so sometimes, you know, maybe people don't put sofrito. Maybe they put a little of this, a little of that, and that's it. And they think is perfect. But the masa has is masa, is guineo. So you got to give that masa flavor. So the flavor is with the meat juice. You know, you cook up the pork, you cook up the chicken. That juice, you're gonna season the masa with that juice. Of course, salt, the sofrito. I mean, if you guys haven't watched the video on YouTube, you know, go ahead. I mean, hello, yeah.
Que producción.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
We're gonna
nobody better than Leo.
We're gonna put the link for the video.
My little humble kitchen. Look at that. Oh my God, this was one of my first videos. You know how many comments? Guy, you're killing the marble. Oh my God, my ears, this, that. This was like the second video I did. It's so funny. 288,000 views.
Remember when I told you we were gonna be looking at videos and we're gonna be reacting to them?
Yes. What
happens is this. People get to know you through this. Right? Pero this is what? How many? 2015.
Yeah.
Okay. So
5 years
literally
already.
5 years ago.
5
By the way,
years.
side note, that's my mom's birthday. We were
Oh,
talking about it before January 17th.
Wow, get out of here.
So, but again, this, one of your first videos, pero this is what's in all of your food.
Yeah.
You know, and you can even see like what's on there. You know, you got the peppers, you got the garlic, you got
ajicito.
So, pero you need that.
That's the heart and soul of our food. You know, you can't cook without it. You can't cook without it. You know, you know your mom had it in the margin freaking containers and all that shit.
What is that?
Whatever she found, that's where she stored the sofrito at. She was like, no lo bote. and there you go.
They had underneath the sink like all the cans.
Yup.
So we're gonna put the link on there so you guys can go ahead and get the whole recipe. But again, it goes back to, you know, paying homage, and that's why I say like que empiezan a cambiar la receta. Right. I love artichokes. Right. I love artichokes, but I love stuffed artichokes.
Oh, okay.
So it's an Italian recipe. They get like rice, not rice. They get like grated cheese, pan, leche, and they stuff the artichoke and then they put it in the oven. It's awesome, right?
Sounds it.
It is. So, pero a lot of people change the recipe. I don't like to pick the artichoke leaves and have to chew them. So like we got to pull them out. No, leave it the way it is.
Right.
That's the way it is. And again, that's what I like about your patele. Again, not because I'm here.
Right.
Like, I'm keeping it real with you.
Yes, you better.
I told you from day one. Pero it's that. It's that same mouthfeel. It's that same when you bite into food, it has to take you somewhere.
Right.
It has to transport you.
Right. And I am a true believer that energy goes into the food, you know, because if you cook something with love, I think people feel it. And one thing that I have to say about me and the restaurant, people come to the restaurant because they feel good. Yes. Even with all of this going on with the pandemic, people come inside. I remember when the pandemic started, everybody looked so down. Everybody, like, it was horrible. Yeah. And I made sure that every single person that came into the restaurant, I would spark a conversation. How are you? Blah, 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 this and that, because it was a time where people needed that because it was so much, happening that we just weren't used to. So that's the same thing with preparing food. It's like you want to, exactly what you said, transport people, let people feel that.
You want them to hear the coquille outside.
Right. Yeah. People leave comments all the time. We have I wanted a coquille sound forever. I'm like looking for a freaking fake coquille or something. And then finally Victor found a recorder. And so now you open the door for a while now and you hear the coquille and people are like, oh my God, like I love it. Yeah.
M. Aziz is saying wonton soup containers were all saved for the sofrito.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
still saved them. The Chinese,
awesome.
the Chinese, they give you the black ones with the clear lid.
El redondo,
those are good. Exactly.
Those are good and sturdy.
Yes.
Johanna Dones, I have to eat the masa too. Andres Cruz saying, take a dose of the sofrito and call me in the morning. That's it. You got to have sofrito every day. You have to eat it. The sofrito, that's what we're talking about. Again, we got the delay. There's a reason why it's called soul food. When you cook, whatever you do, energy is put into it.
Yes.
Energy is everything.
Yes.
Energy and intention.
Yes.
Porque eso también.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed, like you as a cook in the restaurant? No. I want to know you as the cook at home.
Okay.
Like when you're going through something, like it affects the way your food tastes. Does food affect, like, if you're having, like, a bad day, like, si no te salen las cosas, maybe...
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, if you're having a bad day, I think everything you do is affected by it because is the day that you're having, but you got to try to take control of it and, turn it around so then you could enjoy things. But when you're in a funk, I think... everything is like a funk because you're in a funk.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
No, and it's funny because a mí me pasa. Pero me personally, I love to cook. Why? Because again, me separo. Right? This weekend, I'm going to tell you a story. This weekend, my son, he's 9 years old.
Okay.
I forget my kid's birthday, by the way. There's 4 of them.
Exactly.
The 9-year-old, I love to barbecue. I love to Argentine barbecue. He took it upon himself to come stand next to me.
Todavía 6 episodes in. And
todavía.
No me ha ofrecido nada.
I'm going to curse.
Okay.
La concha de tu hermana. I have it upstairs. I actually, no. So we barbecue, and always the next day we put it into sauce, and we have it with spaghetti. Like, that's our tradition, right?
Okay.
So yesterday, we were cooking barbecue.
Okay.
My 9-year-old came, and he wanted to see what we were doing. So yesterday, for the first time, I taught my son how to barbecue.
Oh, that's so cute.
So, ¿qué es lo que hizo? Agarró la mamá. His mom's Puerto Rican, by the way. FaceTime. Look, Ma, Argentine barbecue. I'm doing it.
So she's like, what?
Pero es eso. It's the connection. And again, it transports you. You were talking about before de tu mamá.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
You love her cooking. You love her food. And again, it's supposed to take you to that. So, no importa lo que esté pasando.
No.
No. It takes you to that place.
It does.
That's what we want. By the way, Suzanne Smith, I had to put my sofrito in glass jars.
Okay.
Maybe they're a little different.
Yeah. I mean, I like glass. Sometimes I'll use the plastic.
Yeah. You know what I like about what we do here is people take your recipes and they add a little bit to it.
Right.
So check
As
this
they
out.
should. They should.
You got to make it
your own. Right.
Art Ramos, I will use your recipe of arroz con gandule and I add a little bit of cumin. Gives it a little bit more, that little bit more of a kick.
Yeah.
You need that. By the way, JR, first live. So there you go, JR.
Wow.
A little love there.
Wow. Thank you, JR.
So, we were talking about the different series and Selena's and the grind and all this. So the Selena series, they did the one season. They already signed on for a second season.
Oh, they did.
So there you go.
So people tuned in.
Yes,
I think I'm gonna start watching. I mean, just from the trailer, I was like, whoa, like this was. Yeah, I immediately wanted to watch, but I was like, I'm too tired. I gotta go to sleep.
If you guys just tuned in at the beginning of the show, we were talking about the Selena series on Netflix. They have 9 episodes. Is the first season. It debuted 10 days ago.
Oh, wow.
So, fíjate que rápido se mueve la cosa.
Yeah.
That in 10 days, they're already looking at the next one. Now, by the way, I put my sofrito in ice cube containers.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
LC Arroyo.
And then you just use one. You use 1, 2, whatever you need.
Yeah.
It's so convenient to do it that way. That's old school.
Exactamente.
Yeah, old school.
Exactamente. So now, tell me with the holiday coming up, right? And everything that's going on. Do you see like the next step? Because en estos días salió the vaccine. You were telling me that they shipped out the first.
I think today. I think I believe today a person in New York City got it. I heard.
Yeah, well, I heard. No, y siempre pasa. So with the vaccine, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're right. You heard right. So first to get a vaccine, to persuade skeptics in the New York Times.
Yeah, so that's I'm a skeptic. I'm not taking that.
So, but why?
Why? Because I feel that, first of all, I'm not a doctor. You know, I don't want people to, I'm just a freaking Rican.
Yeah.
Giving my opinion. I just think it's too fast. I think it's too fast. I'm not a person of the flu shot. I'm not like I really feel our body is made in perfect design.
Okay.
Our body heals itself. We're so powerful. That I feel this vaccine just came out. This pandemic just started. I mean, what, a year ago?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, this vaccine comes out so fast. Oh my God, they're not cutting corners. They're not cutting corners. They just know that we need it. We need it so bad because people want to go back to normalcy so fast. And bam, here it is. But now, what happens 2 years? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years after this.
Like, what are the side effects? ¿Qué va a pasar?
Right.
So
who knows? Who knows? Because, I mean, this pandemic just started. So you can't say that this has been in the works since blah, 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 because this is supposedly, so new. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure many people are not going to take it.
Yeah,
and I think this is why, I'm sorry, Leo.
No.
And I think this is why they know this. This is why, I'm the president and I will go on national TV and I will take it and Obama will take it and everybody will take it because they want to show you it's safe. Take it.
I'm a skeptic. Are they really getting the vaccine or are they just getting sugar water? That's just me.
I don't think it's sugar water. I think it's something serious, but I don't think it's gonna help us.
The different vaccine projects that are out right now. So again, we just give you facts so that way you guys can have the information. Again, at the end of the day, is what you guys want to do. So there's only been 2 that have been approved.
Right.
Really good question here, and I want you to tell M-A-Z. Pernil, do you cut the skin off, then put the skin back on?
You could.
Okay.
You could, however, however you like. I hate to disappoint you. I really don't eat pernil.
You don't eat pernil?
I really don't.
That's it. I quit.
You know what? I will eat pasteles.
Okay.
I will eat pasteles. The restaurant, we have pernil every day. I maybe once a year.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. Pork chops, I eat pork chops all the time. Grilled. I love our grilled pork chops. I love them. But pernil like that, I don't know. And the skin I love, what Puerto Rican doesn't love that crunchy skin?
Okay.
But I just don't eat it.
You have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah. Like I have to be in a real good mood for it. Like the Cuban sandwiches, for instance.
Yeah.
We have the Cuban sandwiches at the restaurant. I'll make the Cuban sandwich with chicken breast.
Okay.
Oh my God, I love it.
It's a
the pernil is I have to really be in the mood for it, and you know why? It's not that I don't like it, but pernil swells me up.
Okay.
I don't know why. Pork chops don't. Pork chops grilled is so weird, but like my body, I don't know what it is.
No, but
since I noticed that, since I noticed like how I feel. So I won't but pork chops and pasteles all the time.
No, and pero that's the thing. Like, so cuando una persona te dice, "Oh, I love everything."
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you really like? I love.
But
to
let
eat.
me tell you, pernil. I love pernil.
Yeah.
When I eat
but
it,
you just feel like
it's like, oh my God. But when I eat it, I don't I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my mind.
Hey,
I don't know. I feel.
We're keeping it real.
Yeah, I am keeping.
We're keeping it real. Porque cualquier otro te dice, no, yo como todo and I eat it every day, and then I'm 400 pounds because I eat this every day.
Yeah, no.
Pero
I can't lie to you.
No, pero that's why we're here. And again, we told people. What's going on with the shipping, because a lot of people, it's out of stock.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
You have to put a hold, because what happens is you're not going to say to somebody, hey, we're going to have it there y que después no llegue.
Right.
Because again, it goes back to the quality.
Yeah.
And that's the key
The
word.
thing is why I like to be me and why I love to do this show, because sometimes as a company, you are a company, and people see you as that company. They don't see
Derek.
how much, right? Yeah, exactly. Like how much work, how much effort, how much stress goes into creating something wonderful and being successful at it. It's challenging. And so this is why I like to come on and say, you know what? I mean, my sister always said, you can't chase every dollar. So as a business, oh my God, like I know if we wouldn't have stopped the shipping, it makes so much more, but it's just, you're already overworking yourself. All the employees, we're all working so hard that you gotta kind of put a cap.
Yeah.
And then what you do is next year you come out with your plan. This year you learn, because every year is learning,
If you didn't learn this year.
Right. No, but every year. And thank God, thank God we just did the numbers today actually and compared it to last year's, the same.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Especially
we're in a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's crazy because people support us so much and they know who we are in a sense, But yeah, every year you learn. Next year it'll be totally different. Next year we're not going to put a stop to it, because every single year we grow and you learn. Okay, now I got to put this in place, because I want everybody to have their pasteles,
Catelles, the question is, so is the restaurant closed now as of today, or are you just doing takeout orders?
We're always open.
There you go.
That's all I'm going to say. So come visit us anytime. We're closed Mondays and Tuesdays. But Wednesday through Sunday, we're always there. We never close. So come check us out whenever you like, all right?
There you go. So, hey, llegamos al final.
No, ya?
Yeah, bro.
Tan rápido. Okay, so now you're going to give me some of that food from yesterday, right?
Yes, I'm going to get, te lo voy a poner in the black container from the Chinese
I'm going to take a picture.
restaurant.
Yeah.
I'll give you some.
I love you guys, all right? Always remember, la vida es mejor con what? Con un buen sabor. I love you guys.